Siege of Budapest. December 29, 1944, February 13, 1945, was one of the bloodiest and most destructive battles of World War II, fought between the Soviet Red Army with Romanian support and the German Wehrmacht along with Hungarian forces. Background: Hungary in World War II. Hungary was an Axis power allied with Nazi Germany. By 1944, the tide of the war had turned, and the Soviet Red Army was advancing westward through Eastern Europe. Strategic importance: Budapest, Hungary's capital, was key both strategically and symbolically. Hitler ordered it to be defended at all costs. The siege begins December 29, 1944. The Soviets, under Marshal Rodion Malinowski and Fyodor Tolbukhin, encircled the city on December 26, 1944, trapping around 70,000 to 80,000 German and Hungarian troops. Civilians were also trapped inside. Estimates suggest over 800,000 civilians were in the city. Conditions: inside Budapest, fighting was house to house, and the siege resembled the Battle of Stalingrad in brutality. Civilians suffered immensely. Food, water, and medical supplies were scarce. Constant artillery shelling and air raids devastated the city. The Soviet forces launched repeated assaults, while the defenders made fierce counterattacks. Failed German relief operations. Germany launched several attempts to break the siege, known as Operation Konrad Thurus 2-3. These offensives were launched by the German 6th Panzer Army, but were unsuccessful and suffered heavy losses. Fall of the city, February 13th, 1945. After 51 days of brutal combat, Soviet forces finally captured the city. The last defenders surrendered in Buda Castle on February 13. Only about 10,000 German and Hungarian soldiers managed to escape. The rest were killed or captured. Aftermath: military losses. Axis, 40,000 killed, 50,000 captured. Soviet Romanian, 80,000 casualties. Civilian casualties: estimated 38,000 civilians died. Many more were wounded or left homeless. Destruction: Budapest was heavily damaged. Bridges, public buildings, and entire neighborhoods were destroyed. Historical significance: the Siege of Budapest marked a major Soviet victory and was a key step in the Soviet advance toward Vienna and ultimately Berlin. It also marked the collapse of Hungary as a German ally. Soon after, Hungary was occupied by Soviet forces. The siege contributed to the post-war Soviet occupation and communist domination of Hungary.